45 minutes left in the trading session. Welcome back to the close. Let's have a look at how things are looking. Nicely positive to start the new week. 2% here for the NASDAQ, leading the way so far. Tech stocks, very impressive day. The Dow 0.76, the S&P 1.25%. In positive territory. It's all about the tech sector today, guys. Lots of individual movers to touch on in the last 45 minutes. Let's go.
Let's go. Welcome back, everybody. Yes, the fastest 45 minutes in YouTube begins now. I'm Sean Catino. We've got a Rude on board today as well, back for the afternoon. How are you doing, my friend?
Yeah, you know, for anyone who saw the morning show, hey, it's been a quiet day in some aspects of the market. Other markets, obviously, other stocks are getting hot right now, and a lot of guys are talking about NEO and AMC. Sean, you're all over that, especially that BYND. I think that one's still going, is it not?
Yeah, Beyond Meat's going. You want to give another shout out right here, guys? Check out NEO. Remember when we were like, you know what? This is down a little too far. A nice little explosion to the downside. We can zoom in here. I'm just going to pretend we didn't see what happened. So that's not bad, right? We got out at the high. It's pretty good there. 34.66. It battles back to VWAP here. So no problem. You know, pretty happy with NEO until, of course, I look over and I see this explosion to the upside. Look where we're long, guys. 33.60. It's up to 36.50 right now. Well, not right now. That was the high, 36.50. So a beautiful $3 move that we caught all of maybe $1. So a good move there on NEO to the upside. And then you want to check out Beyond Meat. Yeah, that goes, actually, that only went to 120. So a good little long there off 112. We started that multi-day break. We talked about that earlier. Breaking right here. These highs, upside on news. Beyond Meat continues to rock and roll. And then a quick check back, guys, like Palantir. I'm still in this. We just touched 21.50, so looking to get our last piece out, probably if we break below here, 21.32. So we'll look to reload up on Palantir, but it's been a good day. Palantir and Ford, man, the only names we have long. We've been trading a little bit. Got out of Ford here when it topped out 13.20. Now we're looking to get back down. We talked about why we wanted to buy Ford at the bottoms, and so far it's been working today. If it retraces to 13, man, we're going to load it up. But right now, pretty happy with the way Ford's turning out. And I do want to talk about DraftKings when we get back as well. What up, Brendo?
A little one moving here this afternoon. A couple of people talking about Brooklyn Therapeutics here. BTX. I remember going back a couple of weeks ago. This thing went crazy from $5 to $85 at the top. Volume coming back into BTX here. I'll show you why. Brooklyn Immunotherapeutics strengthening their investment license in mRNA technology. Not necessarily vaccine related, but could be vaccine related, guys.
All right. So I'm just going to jump off. Well, last I left you guys, I was in a futures position. We got in quite early, around 10 a.m. this morning. 86 break, right? And here we are. I got some out in front of 4,200. Like I said, if it slowed down, I was going to get some out. So 4,200, that was the first exit. And I just closed out the position out here in front of 4,205. It's that time of day. It's late afternoon. It's been a straight run. Well, not a straight run, but it's been quite a strong run. It's been quiet. So now at this time of day, I'm worried about it profit taking. So at this point, if it starts to slow down again, I'm going to start taking profit myself before everyone comes in to rush the door. So here I am out 4204. 4204 is where I got out, and I'm flat. I'm okay with that. Couple updates on the position. Teva, we got this one at 10.10 this morning, still holding that 1093 short. So here we are, still waiting, 2 cents in the money. Hey, it is what it is. We have some time. Maybe we can get a move in the next 40 minutes or so. KSS, I got a long here on the 56 break. Looking for that extension towards 57. I was risking $1 trying to make $1. Didn't really go anywhere. I mean, we are falling off here about 20 cents now, 30 cents now. But again, we have time. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And BABA, you guys know what I did with BABA earlier today. I went short around 10 and then 11 and then dumped it because it was acting fishy around 10. Well, here we are back above 211 and change. So you know what? I went ahead and went for the short because 212.50 was the stop. It got above 211 and started, again, finding some resistance. So I went back into the short. I've been in this trade for a while now, at least midday. So 12:30, here we are almost 3 hours later and finally starting to move in my favor. First target is going to be towards these 210s. I want to see how much is left in terms of support down there. If there's enough, I'll have to take some out. And here we are going to go to Brendan. What's up, Brendan?
Another one to have a look at this afternoon, guys. Pretty impressive move back here for, Virgin Galactic space all the way back to 27. Just had volume alert there above 27. So possibly getting into some resistance areas for space. But yeah, pretty impressive rally here for SPCE, guys.
Well timed, Brendan. Space, one of my number one stocks today, and we're going short now. So, of course, Brendan just talks about it, and it rips up. We were 20 cents plus in the money there. We shorted basically 90. What am I short now? 96s. So we short this pullback. Let's see if it does come through. 96, yeah, down to 75. So we were 20 cents in there in the money. I still have visions of at least back to 50 here. So let's wait to see if that can come through. In the morning, we talked about it, man. Would 23 hold? And 23 held. So that's right off the sticky note. 23 holding. We were short. Like, this was a great short. Short, and out, short again and out. This was a keystroke error. Or not a keystroke. We left our bid in there, and what a good bid that would have been to the upside. But right now, we'll hold on to space, looking to go short. We'll average it into the day's high. If you want to go up 27% today, Virgin Galactic, then you just go ahead and do that. I don't think it goes up 30%. That's where we were. So let's wait to see if it gives back 27.20 now on SPCE. I said I would do DraftKings, and we'll do that in a minute. What's up, Brendo?
All right, the other mover with a news story around it today is MGM. In fact, as we speak here, testing day highs, guys, for MGM on volume. Yeah, 6%. Amazon looking at, that's not it. Amazon looking at a potential, $9 billion deal for that studio that we were talking about, MGM Studios last week.
Hollywood there. A good report. I want to stay away from MGM short side just for other reasons as well. Obviously, MGM is a reopen play. Just because of the way the casinos are and stuff like that. And I don't mind their movie franchise either. So we'll look at that. But look at DraftKings, man. Straight to the moon. And I actually tweeted it out. If you can follow me, that would be great. And we'll go back and forth on Twitter. But this was the headline there. I don't know if this is the same one that caused this, but this came out late, man, 12:30, that they were looking to buy Bleacher Report back in 2020. And, we did see, and I just highlighted Penn, and a shout out to Mr. Portnoy there as well, because we've seen what Penn got involved with, Barstool Sports and Penn. So that would be similar to Bleacher Report and DraftKings is what I'm trying to say. So we'll wait to see if that can come through. But right now, DraftKings up that 9%. And this is a good hold, man. I even before this even happened in the morning show, I said, if you haven't had a position yet, probably a decent one to start here, because you have a 40 bottom and you could have got this name at 45. So that's like 10% worth of risk to the downside. And then I was talking about NFL and college football and all that coming back. I think that's a buy in the mid to late summer as we get ready for that. Of course, you guys know how big college football is in the U.S. and for gambling and whatnot. So DraftKings and Penn and all that, I think are good buys, maybe just not right now. But this is good news. I don't know if that's what sparked it, because it just said they were thinking about buying it, but at least maybe it just gives us an idea of where management's mind's at. So I do like DraftKings. And then there it is again, Arun, space coming to the downside. So we're short Virgin right now, and I have, again, 50. I have an order at like 53, 54, just ahead of this 50. So we'll see if we can't smooth out 40 cents, and then we'll see if it wants to give anything back after that. But so far, it's the only position I'm holding with the two longs from before.
Yeah, and a couple of trades that, apart from the position I've got already, I've gone over. A couple of trades that we were talking about this morning, but I know, Sean, you're going to be a little sour about this one as well. AMC, man, we were marking off. I had marked off 13, and Sean, you had 12.16 marked off. We both missed out on this. This was quite the run. As soon as it got through 13 and consolidated, not really consolidated, it actually just went to 20, came back down, checked that 13 level, and just took off. And it's just one of those times, this is where we kind of got to rely on our viewers, really. We're talking about trades and then we forget them because we have so many things that we can only put up so many charts on our screens, right? So if you guys ever actually see certain areas being crossed on the levels that we're talking about, just put them in the chat so we can actually catch up on some of these trades. So AMC, man, that was quite the move there on AMC. And the other one, I had actually taken a shot on the Square as well. I know somebody in the chat just said something about them offering an account. Wow, Square just taken off right there at 206. I was actually long at 204, and I gave up on the 204 midday. And here we are sitting around 206, and now we're at 210. Sean, this thing is gone. It just took off through 210s, and I'm not even sure what you do with this now. If you weren't long at 206, I don't know how you chase this at 210. But yeah, Square, quite the mover right now with this news that's out.
There it is, man. Ring the Reggie. Yeah, Square. I mean, we love Square. My last buy on that one was 212 or 208, and that's been up and down and around. But yay, we are going to go Superman action over Valeria right now. You can see what a big trade this was just in front of your face, right there on space. In front of your face on space. Look, I already talked about this when this was up 30%. We just cashed it out. That's a 40-cent win right there. Out some at 54. Exactly the price. I mean, and that where it just came down to, could have we got a better wick than that right there? Out right there at 54 as you're talking there, Arun. So a nice space, a nice place to get out of space. That's half out. So we'll get some more out here now. We'll let this thing fall down as far as it wants to. Hopefully all the way to the downside here. We'll watch out for space. Coming back in, just too much today. Too much, too far. So whatever. This is part of the reason why, like, we'll ring the register. And again, trade your own book, because I'm not going to ever hold this thing, guys, probably back down to, let's just see in the chart here, like, you know, back down to this area. I probably won't hold this back down to 25.30. So that when I see a stock like NEO sort of go crazy here, I understand I've missed all this, but realistically, I wasn't holding it all till up here anyways. But this is something that I got to get better at. And I actually like doing the afternoon shows because I can call myself out for not holding something long enough. But hey, I'm at the highest spot I've been all day. It's a good day for me. What's up, Brando?
Kind of funny to note, but it's a Bloomberg report, that Square report. But almost at the same time that came out, the Down Detector site detected the Cash App crashed. So they got so excited about the potential checking account coming, they crashed the Cash App on Square. But still, nice move, guys, for SQ.
Ain't no crash in that stock, I guess. But Arun, you said you were looking at that, or you did make a trade?
No, I did make a trade, but it was it was earlier. It was like around 12 o'clock. It was 11:50. I went long at 204, and then it was acting funny around 204. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe it's not ready for the long just yet. So I dumped it. I made like 2 cents on the trade. It came back to 203 and then took off to 207 and then went sideways, and then this came out. Spiked it all the way to 210. So yeah, I mean, I was nowhere near in that position, nor was I going to hold it to that point. So that's fine. But unfortunate timing, right? But hey, you know what? Baba finally starting to move now in our favor after waiting 3 hours, 3.5 hours maybe. So here we are. Short just underneath 211. We're approaching 1050. I need this to get down to 210 or 210 and change. So if we can get down there, we can actually get our risk back and see what's up in terms of support down there. So we'll just let that one work out. And ES futures, again, I have held this all day really, and then just dumped it out. I am out in front of 4,200, out in front of 4,205, and we're gonna wait to see how we can close this out. I might take some positions right before we close, but for now, I do wanna stay out. I'm happy walking away. It's been quite a quiet day. Relatively speaking, again, I know the NASDAQ futures have taken off. They're up 2% on the day. Even the ES futures up 1.25%, 1.23% to be exact. But at the same time, sometimes it's not about percentages, it's about how it moves. And the way it's moved was, you know, quietly. It just went up, went sideways for a little bit, started creeping up again, and here we are coming off a little bit. So sometimes the action's tradable, sometimes it's not. And in this case, I was lucky to be in, but again, the levels were established well before we even took the trade to 41.85 was a trade I wanted. I've been talking about that trade for over a week now, and here we are above that trade. Take the long, make your money, walk away, and then find something new, and that's exactly what we did. But man, Square, look at the, wow, 211, and it is razor thin too in terms of volume, so the book is quite thin, and again, I'm going to stay away from this because I have no clue what to do with that. All right, back to Teva. Teva is the one where we've been short all day. 10.95 short, looking for 10.75 at least, risking 20 cents, trying to make 20 cents. That's a slow game. Take your time with it and let that thing work out. And KSS, I took the long, like I mentioned, but this is not working out the way I would hope. It's finding some selling above 56. I was looking for some expansion. Didn't get it. Why? Because look at this breakout through 55. I wanted to make sure this got through any sort of sell action from the 19th. You go back here, you see some selling in that 55, 50 area. So that's why I went long at 56. Clearly they weren't done with that just yet. But that's all you can really do. Apart from, we've got half an hour left. The market's starting to take some profit. We've been up pretty much at the highs every time we've come on and talked about it. This market's expanded to new highs. So at this point, you do have to worry about people profit taking. And so I'm just gonna keep an eye on that and make sure that I am not caught in that wash. If there is a wash, sometimes this market just kind of goes sideways and then continues up. Again, that's a risk reward thing. Do you want to take that chance? Do you not? I don't. So I'm okay taking my money and walking away for now, at least. Maybe later on I might take a position on and see if I can't catch some of the movement, whether it's upside or downside. I'm open to going both ways.
Okay, for those of you that have watched the show, we're gonna hopefully, start hitting some money bags here because we normally trade Square and we trade it, during these breaks. So let's wait to see. I don't know if it's gonna work this time. Square was just in the money. That's why we hit that wheelbarrow there. It was a good trade, but it's more about because we're into Square. We like trading Square. The only thing is here, just took out that top. I don't know much about this story other than Square's rocking right now. So I'm going to watch out for this 209.50, sort of where we started. Obviously, the story started here, but we did have some consolidation there. So let's wait to see. We're just long here, 211.16. I mean, we're out of the money right now, 20 cents, which is absolutely nothing. We're going to wait to see what does happen on the back. So I actually got to cancel that order. I thought it was going to be a little bit lower than that on Square, where we're trying to get out. So we're going to watch Square, see what that does. Space, still only 19 cents in the money, right? So we're going to have to give that one a little bit more room. 209.21 basically out will be our out here on Square. Let me just put that back so you guys can see that. Sorry, wanted to look at Palantir there quickly. We're going to bid some more, though, just in front of 210. So if we get some more shares about 210 and change, we'll do that. Then we'll have a nice average price of about 210.50, which is good. This is one, and again, we talk about education on the show all the time. This is a trade that I'm not going to average into all the way, man, because this could give it all back. The last thing I want to do is take a 210, then say, this is the spot to get more, 209.24, and the next thing I know, my out has to be somewhere like this, 207.50. Way too big of a hit on new news. So we're going to wait on this one, but 210, got some bids here, low side, like 210.20, 210, something like that. We'll wait to see if we get filled, and then we'll use this 209.50, sort of where we started, but I'm going to give it right back to here, 209.25. So right now we're into Square, good trade. Space, sorry, is 25 cents now in the money. We already took a nice little short on that one. Ford, we've been getting out in the teens, so that's good. 18, 19, just as the show started, we got out of that one. And then Palantir, still 53 cents in the money. We'll drop Palantir if it breaks below 21.30, guys. So a bunch of stop orders out, and there goes Square. Let's go, man. Just took out 11s again.
Yeah, I'm looking at the chat now because I'm not going to be taking any new positions. I've already, I've locked into the final 3 positions that I've got on BABA, KSS, and Teva. So those are the positions I'm going to carry to the end of the day. But I do want to answer some questions in the chat. Someone mentioned, what do you think about stocks that they go sideways? They don't go with the index, and that's it's fine. Like they mentioned GE, but you have to understand the index is comprised. S&P index, the one that I trade, has 500 stocks given weighted movement, right? So each stock has a certain weight. At the top of the list, you have the tech stocks, you have the Apples, Microsofts, blah, blah, blah. The big tech names, right? Especially in the NASDAQ, less so in the ES, but they're still at the top of the list. So when a stock doesn't go with the index, it could be a sign of trouble, but at the same time, not necessarily, because each stock has its own catalyst. Sometimes you see the market's up huge and a stock is in the completely opposite direction. So you can't really go with that every single time. So trade what you see. And I think last time we did that as well. If you are looking at the stock, in your case, I believe you put up GE as the example. Trade what you see on GE. Whatever your decision-making process is on GE, in this case, it is going sideways. Just let GE dictate what happens. Sometimes it will correspond with the market, sometimes it won't, depending entirely on what the catalyst for that stock is at that time. Obviously, if Apple decides to go, it's going to take the NASDAQ index with it because of the weight that it has in the NASDAQ index, right? That's what happens when you have NASDAQ, Microsoft, Facebook at the top of the list, and they comprise, the big tech names comprise quite a decent portion of the entire index. So those names will move an index in a certain way. But then you have GE. It's not a big tech name. It doesn't have its own index that it can move. It's part of the S&P 500. So it doesn't have the same kind of influence on the S&P 500 futures, the market in general. So what you do is you just let it trade its own thing. So take that as some advice, and hopefully that helps you out. Brandon, what's up?
MindMed, guys. We had a couple of people. I saw Matthew was asking about MindMed, saw it before as well. But yeah, kind of disappointing today, down 5% here. The Matthew was asking about the short interest. I can show you. Very, very small, 0.83 on the percent. Short interest percent, basically nothing for MindMed, guys. But yeah, a bit of disappointment with positive news out on MindMed today.
I don't know if I believe that short interest, but thank you, Brendan, for looking that up. That's Icon Terminal, so they're probably right. I feel like there's more short on that name, but we'll wait to see. Oh, there could be also a problem because just flipped over symbols, but they should have figured that out. So MyMed, good look there. Again, I don't even know if it's option eligible, so that will also add to the shorting count, right? If that does become eligible to option a trade. So, okay, Square, there's that bid that we took, man, just on cue, 210.21. I'm now waiting at 90. Let's go. We're in the money now, so we're long at 68. I'm going to take a third out if I can get it now. I'm actually offering in the 90s, so it almost comes right back up. I want to get a little more greedy than we thought, so we're going to get long. We're long 69. That's me at 94. Bang! There it is again, man. The cash cow comes in. We're at the highest spot all day. Let's go and run this stock. We're up 60 cents now on Square. Nice little bid. Let's go. We took that. That's the average in. Here we go, man. Arun may be done for the day, but we're going to keep on kicking here. And again, it's a different style of trading. So watch out. If Arun sees something, he'll hop in. He'll let us know. But for right now, I've got Square and I've got Space. We already took this Space, man. This is already a 45-cent win on SPCE, right? Now that I've gone long on Square, which is rocking right now, let's just wait. If this comes out to 27, goes up to 27, we're going to get out. Like, I was going to give this to the high of the day, okay? But I'm not anymore. If this comes to 27, we're going to get gone. We're going to get gone. We're going to be gone. He gone. If that comes to 27.05 or so, we're going to get out of Space. So just watch out for that one. And here's the rocking and rolling stock that we're talking about right now. $1 in the money. So right now, we're Supermaning again here as Square takes out the high of the day. Let's go. Thank you, Brendo, for this news. Thank you for Arun for talking about Square as well. All the way to the upside, 210, 211, 212. Look, you want to start to be a bank, Square? Good on you. Let's go to the high side now. You want to, look, they want to open up checking accounts? Let's open up JP Morgan here, or let's open up Wells Fargo and see what those stocks have been doing lately on checking accounts. Bang to the upside, all-time highs right now for JP Morgan. So I think this is a good spot for Square. I'll just keep talking it up and hopefully it keeps going, guys. So right now, Square, nice run. Hey, man, we could take out some right now and just enjoy this move up. This is $1.50 right now on Square. So yeah, unplug yourself, Neo. We've got bigger fish to fry right now, and your name is Square. Right now, $1.30 now in the money on SQ. Let's take some out ahead of 212, and then we'll let the rest ride. Let's go.
Well, Sean, making money off of, we just talked about it. Sean decides to step in and take a shot. Good for you, Sean. That's quite the move there. For me, I'm just going to be managing the one position I've got, well, one real position that's moving right now.
See ya.
That's BABA. So BABA, again, I'm looking for it to continue towards 210. I've got it at just underneath 211. At this point, I can tighten up the stop. We're running out of time at the end of the day anyway. So 211 is going to be the stop. So I'll probably lose like maybe 10 cents if it comes back through. And that's perfectly fine. I do have, I am worried about the imbalance as well, because that comes out in about 13 minutes or so. And that does move the market, not the market, it moves the individual stocks that it affects, right? So that's one of those things you want to pay attention to as well. 350, you're going to get a move on each individual stock that has a large imbalance, and then again at 355 when you get the floor update from the NYSE. So 350, 355, you're going to see pops or drops in each individual stock. Question was, what do I think about VIX below 20 and how it affects the futures? Well, you got to understand, VIX is a volatility index, right? So anytime you have the VIX going up, usually the market's going down. So it's an inverse relationship. So if the VIX is starting to slide a little bit, well, it just means that less people are worried about the volatility downside movement and are willing to go to the upside. So there's a weird relationship because sometimes it doesn't do that perfectly well. So you do have to be aware of the potential of what it's indicating, but at the same time, the disconnect that I've seen recently between the VIX and the actual market, it's weird. And so if you are making that correlation, are you making that relationship? Are you looking at that at the very least? Just understand that that's supposed to be the relationship, but at the same time, we're in a different market right now. I don't know if it's inflated just beyond what it's supposed to be or whatever the case is, but it is acting a little weird right now. And sometimes most relationships that are supposed to hold, they're not holding perfectly well. So just be aware that is supposed to be the inverse relationship, but sometimes, it is out of sync at times. Gold used to be a rush to safety, right? Sometimes now gold moves with the market. So when the market's down, gold tends to be up. Used to be anyways. Now gold and the market moves together for whatever weird relationship they have now. So things change, and sometimes you got to be on top of that, and just be aware that typically they have an inverse relationship. What am I going to do right now? Nothing, because we're going to go to Brendan, and we'll come right back.
All right, so anyone watching Virgin Galactic, just a heads up, there was a note released by that S3 Partners, the data provider today, suggesting their short float is near all-time highs. Where'd it go? It's right here. 949 million currently on the value side. 45.03 million shares, are about 27.5% shorted for SPCE. Again, that's according to S3 Partners, guys. So getting a little attention, I feel, to the upside today on that.
I want to give, I was putting Arun on in the chat. I was like, let's give some shout outs to Arun, and people loving Arun being on the show. So thank you so much again, Arun, for filling in today for the partner in crime, Mr. Neil Roberts. Will be back tomorrow. And yeah, I don't know if he's going to be shorting anything, but what a big movement up for Square right now. $2 in the money, man. It almost went, it did go $3. It went to $212.80, guys. This long, $210.22, so about $260 or so in the money. Let's see if it continues to go upside there. That might have been a big enough move, man, that we just cash out. Like Arun was mentioning there, we're getting flat, and like we always talk about at the end of the day here. So all the trades now that we're putting on are just scalps. They're not swing trades. They're not like recommending holding Square till tomorrow, although I do recommend that. That's not what we're trying to say here. We're getting in and out, watching out some of these levels. So I was going to say maybe 211.50 break here on Square, but hey, we're in this for the long haul. Let's see if we can make some money. We did get out of our space, and this is the thing. You want to talk about risk management. Like, that report coming out screwed up anybody that's short already in space, because obviously when people find out, and that makes sense why we're up 30% here today. Space, what a great... It's funny, Neil talks about some levels here on Space, and that he was holding, I don't know from what levels, but what a great move this has been today, upside. I was not expecting that. We were not even expecting the first bump on this news, but there it is. I would short Space, guys, but hey, up to you. I mean, I'm not long or short this name, but there it is, Space. Oh, so what I was getting at here on the risk management side was there's 40 cents clean, okay, out of half. And then our next hit, short 97, I think, or 96 we were. There's the out there, 05s. So 11 cents worth of hit there to enjoy 40 cents worth of downside. So we'll put that total 30 cents in our pocket and move on from there. And look what's happened. That's why you don't hold on to these things, guys. You have no idea where they're going. You don't know what kind of news is coming out, especially on a day when the market's going ham, up 2% today so far. So let's look at that. Yeah, the sorest note for me today ever was my AMC bid that never got picked up at 12.16, because it went down to 12.16, but we were on the bid, never got picked up. So there it is, right to the high side. I wanted to short this with Space today. I think that's a good call. If we ever get back to 13.90, AMC is probably going to be a good short, but we were 12-1 for the month of May, and then we won last Thursday, Friday. So I think that's 13-14 to 1, and today it's going to be another one. So we're going to be 15-1 this month. And yeah, it's been a good one. That's 13.92 to the upside. We'll watch out for AMC. Ugh. You know what's getting beat down, man? This is another name. Talk about investing properly. This is another name that we got out of real quick when we, whoopsies, almost put a bad order in there. When we saw QuantumScape, that story come out at $40, $41. I love the name. I love the space that it's in. We actually brought this story to you guys earlier today. QuantumScape, we thought was going to have a good day on, I think it was Wedbush or who it was talking about the EV space, and it's particularly QuantumScape. But today it's looking to crack basically new all-time lows here of 25. So watch out. Forget about this. Like, this is just, once it turned over from SPAC into name. But right now, QuantumScape down, man, and still going lower. Look for this one tomorrow to continue its downward move. Yuck, an ugly name here in QS, guys.
Yeah, another question was, what do I think about the futures? What can you potentially do? So again, I took the earlier long at 41.85, 4,200 out, 4,204 out. But now that you have 15 minutes, about 15 minutes left in the day, you really can't do a whole lot, but you can look forward to what can happen tomorrow, right? So let's just zoom out here a little bit. I like to do a lot of this. I like to see what the bigger picture looks like, multi-days. I'll take the same chart. This is a 5-minute chart. I just zoomed it out so I can actually see what the multiple day chart would look like, the flow. I talked about this earlier today.
There's news on Bitcoin.
Oh, there you go. There's news on Bitcoin for anyone who's trading Bitcoin.
Brendan, you want this? It's Elon Musk time, guys. Elon Musk right now just tweeted something out. He spoke with North American Bitcoin miners. So that's nice. Look what the hell's happening to Bitcoin right now, guys. You're going to the moon, Lucas, baby. Let's go. Bitcoin right now, we're talking about a nice movement, almost through 40,000 right now. US, of course. Move this over. Let's go. Bitcoin right now, rocking and rolling. There it is, guys. Elon Musk, something about Bitcoin mining. It is ripping right now, and it is gone. So watch out for Bitcoin. 39.3 and still moving upside, upside, upside. Brendan, give it to us, bud.
I can show you the headline, guys. It's a little bit confusing, as you were saying, but yeah, it's basically what you said. Spoke to North American, specifically North American Bitcoin miners, and they committed to publish current and planned renewable usage. Make of that what you will. Apparently, it's positive though.
Yeah, it's a hella positive right now. We punched long Ethereum there, and it's starting to rip upside. You can see here a couple trades we've made today on this name since we've been going here. Nice little long there through 26. Looks like a candle here today. But let's see where it goes upside now. ETHE still busting out, man. It's everything crypto right now. It's Ethereum. Look at Ethereum's chart right now, taking out 2600 on the 1 minute chart. So thank you, King Elon, back to the rescue here for BTC, guys. Bitcoin's gonna break, man. It's gonna break right now. It's gonna break 40,000. It is ripping, ripping, ripping. Watch out for Mara. We can check out Mara right now. We can check out Raya. We can check out anything you want. Come on, let's go, Chan. There it is. Mara right now. Let's have a quick look if that's what this is doing. Okay, not even that much, actually. So watch out for BTC alone. Rip City right now. Thank you, Mr. Musk.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's if you can move based on a tweet, I think you've got quite an influence on something. So watch out. That could go both ways, right? When something favorable comes out, it goes like that, and then when something not so good, you look out below because you could lose the floor. Yeah. So it's a double-edged sword sometimes, and just be careful when you decide to base things off of news. Anyways, back to the futures here. I was thinking, if we get to 4,200, what can you do? 41.85 was the break that I had taken, and I was going to use 41.55 as my stop. So if we come back into that same area again, I'd look for some longs. That's just a multi-day setup. We're going to close up shop at 4:15 on the futures here, and the overnight session opens at 6 p.m. If there's nothing that happens overnight in terms of news, then you're not going to get a whole lot of movement until tomorrow. But if there's overnight news, of course, this is going to move the indexes, right? If the indexes move, then you're going to have an aggressive stock market with a ton of volatility coming tomorrow. So right now, there's not a whole lot you can do given where you are. Because where do you put your stops? Where do you put your positions? Well, you can't take anything right now. I don't see anything. I mean, let me just say this from my perspective. I don't see a whole lot of trades that I can make around 4,200. So I'm just going to wait and see what we get below 90, 41.90. And if we can't find a trade there and use the original stop that I had used earlier in the day. So in that perspective, you do have to set up things when you're running out of time, maybe for another time, another day, later in the session, whatever the case is. A prime example, Baba, right? Taking the short earlier, didn't work out. I just let it be. And then it's set up later in the day for me. And then I took that short. Here we are, 50 cents in the money and waiting for this to close out. So I've tightened up the stops. I'm running out of time. The imbalances come out in about 2 minutes. So I want to see how the imbalances come out. If they come out negative, I'm going to wait for this to go since I'm already short. If it comes out positive, I'm just going to walk away. There's no point in holding a trade. I know I have to get rid of it by 4 o'clock. We are day traders here. So what's the point of holding on to it if the imbalances come out positive and moves this specific stock up? Again, Teva starting to slide. I'm going to wait for the 80s to 75s to make some bank on that one there. It's been quite the wait on that one because that was since 10 a.m. this morning. And KSS, again, wait for the imbalance. If it comes out negative, I'll just dump it. No point in holding.
Okay, guys, Palantir, yeah, so we got out. I mean, coins still rip city here, guys. Lots of opportunity to trade some of these names going to the upside here, but we're going to go diamond hands, not for crypto, but for a crypto kind of name, Square. Loving that news maybe as well. Square goes to 213 again. We don't get out. So right now we're trying to have diamond hands on Square up in the money now. $2+ on SQ. We'll wait for those imbalances. What up, B?
It's interesting to see this one, guys, on that right at the same time getting sold off. Tesla still having an amazing day, up more than 5%, but almost in sync with that move in Bitcoin to the downside here. For Tesla, 610 coming into play here. We're back above last week's resistance levels, guys, on Tesla.
Yeah, I wonder if that has. I mean, I know Tesla and Bitcoin kind of don't really have that. Well, they have the connection because he has 1.5 billion on the balance sheet there. So I guess there's a connection there for sure. Okay, we're going to check out the imbalances that'll be coming out very, very soon on the NYSE. These are not live right now, so we'll wait for them to get updated. But right now, AMC on a pre-market imbalance, still doing pretty good here. About to come out in less than 10 seconds. We will see where we're going to go with some of these. If Square's on here, it could affect this. So let's watch to see Square. Right now, bang, there it is. So here's the imbalances just came out. GE, Twitter.
Looks negative.
There's your Alibaba, Arun.
Yeah.
If you're short, good call. 1 milli to the short side.
Sweet.
Alibaba, did that affect the stock there?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, nice little gap
25
down on Baba. So good call. I don't know why that's a short, but I know why you have it, but I don't know why it's on the imbalance. Twitter, 1.6 million. Everything else looks pretty good. It's not really affecting Square too much. Actually, yeah, Square sells off a little bit there as well. The net must have been short as well, guys, because right now there's a nice little tick down in the net market. So watch out for some of these imbalances. They may send your stock south side.
Yeah, you saw the imbalances. We were looking to see what would happen around 4,200. Imbalances come out negative, and here you are moving the index. Keep in mind, to move an index 3 points, and that's what the imbalance did, that takes a lot of money, given each contract is worth about, true value of a contract is worth just over $200,000. So to move it 3 points, you got to burn through a few thousand contracts. Do the math on that. So that's the kind of imbalance that came out negative. Not huge, but enough to move the index 3 points or so. So there you are. And here we are. What are we going to do with BABA now that we have a negative imbalance? Again, we're looking to see what happens when it gets to 210. First part of the imbalance is out of the way. Great. The next update is 255 when the floor update comes in. That will either confirm this negative imbalance or completely cancel it out. If it cancels it out, what you're going to see on this is this stock is just going to completely change directions from going down to going up. It means there's no imbalance. Someone came to offset it, and that'll be the end of the trade for me, because I can't have another imbalance flip on this while I'm still short with only 5 minutes left to go. So I'm going to keep an eye on. In about 4 minutes or so, we'll get that floor update and see what's happening with that. Now, what do we do with Teva? Yes, the imbalance was negative, but at the same time, I mean, not a whole lot. Well, was it negative? I don't even know if it was negative, but the stock itself moved down. So at this point, all you can really do is lock in profit and see if you can't catch another update that brings the stock a little bit lower. But for now, not a whole lot you can do. This stock's a fairly thick stock, meaning there's a big book, there's a lot on the offer, and you bid and the offer. So you just got to wait it out, see if we can get enough movement. Otherwise, I'll just cross the bid or cross the offer, get myself out of my long, and just walk away. So that and KSS, again, we're all waiting for these imbalances to come through. KSS does not look like it had much, so it'll just wait it out, and we'll just wait it out. In the meantime, we'll go to Brendan. What's up, Brendan?
Not much, guys, on the way of earnings or in the way of earnings coming up after the close tonight. Lordstown's really the only one of note. Ride going to report aftermarket tonight. There's nothing terribly exciting, in fact, until Wednesday this week. We'll get NVIDIA, we'll get Nordstrom's, we'll get Salesforce as well coming up. So most of the bigger earnings reports coming this week going to be Wednesday and then Thursday, both aftermarket and before the open.
Man, guys, just, we'll look at a few of those names, guys. Just FYI, like if you traded GBTC or anything, when I started going crazy there, you would have made a decent amount of money. $30, $31, we basically had this to you at least at 32.17. It's straight to the upside now as crypto just keeps on going. Another Musk calls, okay, go ahead, Brendo.
Yeah, I was just going to show you this. I don't know if you have a chart for this, but maybe it would be worth having a look at it. Elon now talking about calling for help to develop Doge. So all you Doge holders, Elon has your back on that too, I guess.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Let me just, I have to find, so far right now, Cardano, you guys know we're loving Cardano. That's one of my stocks for sure. Let me just see what Doge is doing right here. That's on the 1 minute chart, 3 minute chart. Sorry, if I just type in here Doge, does it work? D-O-G-E. This is on the Kraken exchange. So let's see what Dogecoin is doing. I don't own Dogecoin, so what? I wish I owned some Dogecoin, but right now, just off that, this is still a 1 minute chart, so 33 cents up to 36. So we'll watch out for Dogecoin right here, but things going nuts as we get ready into the close right now, Arun. And just Ether nuts, everything nuts, GBTC going crazy. And here it comes. You're going to watch it live on the show right now. Let me call up, where's my Bitcoin chart? I don't have it anymore. Where did I put it? I've minimized everything now. I don't know where there it is. Bitcoin right now, it's going to break 40,000 on the knot. So you're going to watch GBTC going upside like crazy. Congratulations to anybody. My girl is now in. Valeria, She's now in Bitcoin, so get ready to rock and roll. She's got to watch out for that. She's making the cash right now. She bought it on the weekend lows, so good on you, Victoria. Good on you there for that little buy, but there goes GBTC. We're making some money today, boys. Nice trades today, square upside as well. Gonna get out of this one with only 5 minutes left.
Yeah, in about a few seconds here, we're going to get the floor update on BABA to see what I want to do with it. You'll see the chart. And looks like it's still negative because it's starting to move now. It's really starting to go, here we go, towards the lows here. It was started at 30. Here we are towards 210 and 10. So looks like the update from the floor, it looks like there's still sell side activity on BABA. So what do? We wait. We just put some bids down, choose some levels to work with. Let's move to the 5-minute chart here. See what do we want to do? Let's move into, I'm going to put some offers or some bids down here in front of 209.75, see if we can get a fill off the imbalance pressure that's going to drive this thing down, and I'll hold the rest very close to the end of the day, and I'll just set it into the mock if I need to. Mock meaning market on close. We have order types that can actually take you to the closing print. Again, depends entirely on what the imbalance looks like and how much activity I'm getting. I may or may not, I might bid my way out, or I might just throw it into the mock. And Teva, great, Teva too. I'm looking, target on Teva was 10.75. Here we are 5 cents away, 6 cents away. So I'm going to go ahead and set an order, a bid to wait on that. Looks like KSS is going to be just a dud here. Not a whole lot going on with KSS. We're just going to have to cross this one out. I don't think I'm going to get that price back. I'm long just over 56. We're sitting at 75, and we've been sitting here for over an hour and a half now. So we're going to probably lose on that one there. But big winner here is going to be BABA, because that is almost $1 in the money, and we're going to wait to get underneath 210, see if we can get some movement to the downside with the imbalance as the closer we get to closing.
All right, so we've closed off our diamond hands here as Square comes to the downside. Down that 6%, or sorry, up that 6%. We just take it off, man, for a $1.30 win there at we're getting close to the end of the day, so we were long at 210. We just took $1.43, so whatever that is, 210.20. We were long there on that name, so a good little out there for us. And then you guys just saw ETHE there. We went long 26. We just got out 26.80, so that was a nice play for us. Ford are getting ready to get out of that one as well, and that's our only position that we have left with only 3 minutes to go, guys. So we'll check out quickly on the imbalances. I know Arun just. Oh, there's Ford. Okay, that's why. I was like, Ford is selling off here, and I wasn't really sure why. I mean, obviously, you can check out the market, which makes the reason why. Look at this. If you take all the top ones, right? Good trade there, Arun. Great trade on BABA. But if you take all the top names, they're all pretty big names, and they're all sells, right? Then you have all these buys, and then more sells. Citigroup sell, Philip Morris is sell, Coca buy. But other than that, man, a lot of the money is heading to the sell side. Brendan gave us a mock imbalance number of 387 million to the sell side. So that's probably creating a little bit of this fluctuation downward. So good trade. We're just going to get out of Ford, man, to end our day. I mean, it's been, I'm not negative on any names today. Oh, we are one, sorry. APM, guys. Thanks, Arun. I feel like Neil blaming you for something here. 340 right there goes to 350. We tried it small, and then it dumped out, and we got out at that 290 break. So just having some fun here, not blaming anybody. We took this trade early. We held it against us, got a magic fill upside, waited for a blow, didn't get it, and then it drew to the downside. So whatever, we'll skip on that one. But been a big successful day. Space. Good trade, short out. Good thing we got out as that took out highs. Remember, that's a short spot, so you're gonna have to watch out for that. And then really, someone said something, I forget who it was, and I commented on the chat about it, and it was like, don't worry about Neo. I'm not. This is a great trade. I'm super happy with Neo, how it planned out. I'm actually at this is my second best day of the month. So far, might be, no, it's my second, might be my first, but as far as good trades go, I think this is near my first, man. We've had a lot of big ones today, including that last Square trade. Bang, bang, that to the upside. Palantir, when all your buys are lower than your sells, that's a good trade. So we're super happy. And then look at the Beyond Meat trade. I know it's pulled back a little bit now, but talk about a good trade off the open, guys. 112.64 almost as soon as the market opened. Actually, pre-market, man. We got that pre-market. Good trade there to the upside. So it's been a big day, man, and I just hope that we can continue this momentum for the rest of the week.
Yeah, you know, I've closed out most of my positions. You can see my Teva exit is right here, just in front of 80. I'm also bidding my way out. There we go. I'm fully out of position on BABA here. I bid in front of 210.
Yeah.
We've got that cross. We're running out of time. So here, you know, day trade the world, we kind of close up shop. So 4 o'clock, day trades all done. Hey, this is what I was worried about with the futures, right? Around 204 or 5, selling. because when a market goes straight up in one direction without really coming back a little bit, sometimes you got to worry about people trying to hit the exit door at the same time. This is exactly what I was talking about. So I'm kind of glad that we have that example right in front of us there. Sean?
I'm going to hit the close door. Everyone, I'll hit it right now with only 10 seconds left to go. Let's count this down. We have 10 right now. 10-9. Who's on the bell over there? It's Miss V. Sans mask. Sans means no. Here we go. Get ready. 4, 3, 2, 1. Go crazy, Miss V. And there it is. That is the close of the day. As she runs back to her desk, she's got to pick everything up, say her last goodbyes, and then get out of here. She gone soon. Thank you, Miss V, for that one as we get out of our Ford. Wow, I'm really glad we came back, man. That was a real, well, we're coming back every day, but what a crazy close, Brendan. How did the markets fare? Yeah,
it was impressive. A little bit of selling came in there at the end. As we were mentioning, we were above 2% for the NASDAQ. Ends the day up 1.7, 0.99. Couldn't quite hold on to 1 full percent there for the S&P, the Dow 0.7 as well. But yeah, these are the big ones down here, both Ethereum, Bitcoin. What a move for cryptos. We'll see what happens tomorrow, guys.
Yeah, pay attention, guys. Everything did bounce off 40 grand there tomorrow off Bitcoin. So watch out, see if it takes it out. My call is it does. And I do see some people on the chat talking about possibly trimming on this. If you are nervous at all about BTC or anything like that, and you get a kind of a bump here out of absolutely nowhere, remember where we were at the beginning of the day, guys. Like, don't forget that this can get twisted up on you real quick. 32,000. This is May 23rd. This is not today, but 32,000, which was yesterday, was the bottom. 31, right? So to be up to 40 today, that's a retracement of like 25% straight to the upside there. So from 30 to 40 in a matter of 24 hours. So hey, if you're nervous about it, trim out. Thank you so much, Maggie, today. Thank you so much, Lucas. Thank you for taking your holidays with us here today, guys. Yes, yes. We're actually off next Monday to celebrate was Memorial Day. So we'll take off U.S. holidays, not Canadian holidays on the show. Miss V, thank you so much for everything you did today. And Arun, any last comments, my friend?
Not at all. Just be smart about your trades, guys. That's all I can really say. Just don't rush things. Let the process take over, and just be smart about your trades and keep on learning. That's all I can really say.
Can't have a better fill in there for Mr. Roberts. I hope you're doing well, Neil, and I hope you're not watching, and we will see you tomorrow, Neil. Brendan, any last words?
No, same thing. I mean, volatile markets, guys. We've got to be careful. So come back tomorrow. Join us in the morning.
And we'll see you guys for Arun, for Valeria, for Brendan, and our whole team. I'm Sean from tradertv.live. We'll check you guys tomorrow, 8:30. See ya. Be well.
Bye, guys.